Today, ke tla be ke boledishana le Koena Setati. Re tla be re seka the political landscape of the country. We are going into the 2024 national elections and what's going to change given amongst other things load shedding, unemployment and our arrogant government. What does voting mean for the average South African? Koena, thank you again for joining me. On this typical Sunday.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
So yeah, let's. I don't know, Tomong, just give us a general, maybe a general view of the political landscape ya monageng.
Another political landscape, this country is confusing. Like, confused. I mean, Erica, from where we came from as South Africans, like your pre-94, we never understood politics, what they were meant for Tamale Matomo, because the only thing that we stood as people per se, people who are running this nation, it was a matter of rebellious voices. They never imagined the bigger picture of what this country could be. It was a matter of black and white, they should be together, and then that's it. But there was never a plan for now, as we are together, and then how would we the others by lowering? Of course, let me just say they tried. I mean, in terms of introducing your BBE or is it BEE? But now, if you what has it really done for us as black people? I can tell you that it only benefited the few in power. But now, what about ordinary people? Because at the end of the day, governance, the nation. So now, how do you lead a nation? But now they are not catered for the people that they are meant for. Now, Mandela, we celebrated, of course, it was a new democracy. The democracy, we ourselves, we never really had we interpret we push this democracy. Democracy the same democracy now go kana pa wa checka now Ramaphosa era. There are a lot of things pre whatever the cases I don't want to talk about them because I really feel in the way of Denise because at the end of the day, if you are a leader in society, but what matter more than anything else, the people by a leader, the problems in society at this stage. Now now we have a government badula your something badula wherever my lord badula how do they connect the problems the people grounding those things? So I really feel we are very disconnected because the arrogance in government. I can say that again a problem there is an arrogance entitlement in government, the bully tactics or whatsoever, or maybe war heroes we owe them for whatever they did pre-94 on the youth right now are benefiting anything out of it. We can even say it last month Ibele Youth Month, isn't it? Ibele Youth Month. Now, we are still going to talk about 1976 and what they did. And then now we are forgetting the bigger picture of now the societal problems that we are facing. But Soba face is different from you in 1976. So now you are feeding us a history wouldn't do anything for us. It wouldn't do anything for any ordinary person in the street. So now I would say the politics, they are not relevant to anyone at this stage because they are serving their own purposes. Now, our ruling party per se, your African National Congress,
Maybe
at this stage,
before
is gone.
we get into that, I like what you're mentioning there, Katabaya, 1976, like we're still stuck there. And like disconnection, or our leaders are disconnected from the country, the citizens at large, on the ground. So maybe would you say Rena as Badudi, Banaga, are we politically educated? Is there that political awareness? The election, we go vote for whoever we think votela. Like, do we know why we are voting? Do we understand the politics as there's just a disconnection there?
Lerna per se ke nana hore IEC le yona I would say le hore ke the Independent Electoral Commission, I can say asanga badira enough in terms, because is their responsibility as part of the Chapter 9 institution to ensure the information here to the relevant people. All voters, you should know why you are voting. It's on a you have your own reason why you should do that. You can refuse if away nyaki, and then force you say no, I'd rather decide to, or something like that. But now in terms of political education, they don't even know some voter, they are voting for a political party. We are not in charge of anything as citizens. I think there's something that should be done in terms of we as citizens, those who are in charge but accountable, because now you are voting for a political party. The political party is the one who choose who their leader is. Now, you understand the same routine in parliament as well. But now, if the ones Baba winning majority rules,
yeah,
now the one who are mailing before our eyes, leader. We have no voice in terms of saying this is not the person that we voted for. We'll only say this is the political party that we voted for. So accountability. Somebody willing in power are not a voice. We don't even know in terms of some of our leaders accountable for whatever at the end of the day.
And we've been sold, unfortunately, this idea or this dream, we have a voice, like the people shall govern, but how and where are we really governing? The only voice, or the only time that we actually have a voice, voter. And then after that, nobody listens to us. Mara now, the election we are here, what do you guys want? This is what we can do for you. The things that they year in, year out. The things that Ramaphosa is promising now with his government, the same things Zuma and Mbeki, it's the same things. Mara so some sort of dream to say a voice. But even now I was checking social media, there are videos trending, they're saying that they're cleaning up Johannesburg, but are they really cleaning it up, or is it just a campaign, a PR stunt during but a program somehow vote again, as they have been doing all along, So on that,
yeah, on that thing, the rotation it right through. Like politics as well. I'll notice ready election delay around what would happen. So people were left 4 years ago. The fifth last term was something to say we are waiting.
Yeah.
And then offer just a short term hope, things are practically gonna change. Because now something in the process. And shorter fella, they're just shortcuts. Because even the roads they are shortcuts. Like there's nothing if you can go on. And the worst part, like look at the metro cities, like Johannesburg and Pretoria. Pretoria now, I can tell you, is one messed up city. It used to be one of the cleanest cities in South Africa. But now, open up our people around you'd be like, damn, here, around here. Yeah. Because now people, they don't know, they don't know what now, I mean, I get it. It's almost like oreka something. You know the value of what you are buying. Now you have utilized your voting, knowing what it stands for something. This is what it stands for. But what they are really selling is not exactly what you look by Rekisha. Then how should people trust the system that is not working for them? Because at the end of the day, but while or suffer day in, day out, every day hand to mouth every day. One other there, one other bodyguards and everybody else, they don't care, but they are working arrogantly as if they own the world. Well, they forget or they are public servant. I think that one thing, they should get it into their heads, or they are here to serve people. But now, where now Sansoro Filokaro, Sansoro VIP or whatsoever, and then the same people by Lord Wauchaba are in power, you don't care. The only time you care, you hold those campaign which are the sales for over filling t-shirt for a day. I mean, how is that going to add value over to change a life? Yeah, that person. So I think a lot of things need to be reconstructed. I think even the politics around here in South Africa, they should be changed. We should stand up. Sometimes it's just my perception, my opinion about it. This system should be changed into voting for political parties than to vote for a person or we know he should account for whatever promises and then we say, you know what, you said this to us, and then now you should account. So that Babe accountable. Now, like now, level your African National Congress right now. Makachule out. Now, whenever Sanjor Shupan, and then they're distracting us or level the bigger picture of what is happening. Sanjor level into us. They are not actually making any impact on us. They're not adding value on anybody's
life. It's that arrogance,
life.
that arrogance that you speak of. Reborn, I mean, his protection unit, what they did to those guys on the road, beating people like that, or carrying their animals. And now, Paul is not even in the picture to actually account for such things, because that's the ANC and the government we know. They never account. There's nobody anywhere to ever account for anything. So they just do as they please. Accountability honestly, and I think that's a big factor. I think political parties, I mean the ANC is like the god of politics in South Africa, so to say. That arrogance again, out of the struggle, 1994. So it's like we owe them. It was about voting. There's nobody else to vote for, and maybe there's nobody else to vote for because of the way our politics are designed. Arena choices, so to say, because even the political parties, the new political parties that are coming up, it's people that actually are from the ANC. So how do we trust them? How can we trust them? So would you say we are voting next year, national elections next year? So is there any promising political party? Is there anybody maybe this person can do better or do something as setšhaba ra enyaka?
Nka bušeletša ka bolela gape ka re go ya ka mokgwa nna ke bona dilo ka gona once o tšwela ka kontle ore o nyaka o votelwa, tell us what re votela eng. Ke boletše ka re ge o šetše o nyaka something, you should understand gore now nto o e tlhokela eng. Now, if you're going to sell us apartheid or apartheid will come back, now it's more of intimidation tactics to say, you are here because of us. We will get you back. Once you do this decision, it's more like Obakara abusive relationship. I have money, and then now you go back to your poor family there. Poor whatsoever. So it's more of the arrogance ya o sepela le ntho ya o shumisha the emotions cha fear within, even though the people who don't even know where the people were and then where they are at this point. But now, frank, you should simply state or 1, 2, 3, 4, we cannot do. You get me?
Yeah.
Not ushupedi lowering, but you know we have scarcity of water in South Africa. We'll stop load shedding. You know what in the system in place, allocator electricity, they are not actually working. So for our ring is about time but realistic in terms of everything by dira. But now by dira power, they are just sharing power within themselves. And then that's all. In 5 years won't be accountable, isn't it? Or no, my 5 years here, maybe the other one could have done it better. So back accountability. We don't really have leaders by lowering. Even if you were in government, you were unable or there was a push in Moilo finish up. I think there should be an engagement, or you are studying something there. How to figure out a way to finish up into we did right here, instead of voting per se, but just clearly saying you were onto something. There was a process, because the other one there was corruption, there was looting, because they look very brilliant there, and then it's just something else differently. So whatever it is, people are not actually working together to ensure that the livelihoods are about in better condition. They're just doing it for themselves to score points.
Yes.
Points at what cost? Are out there. People are suffering day in and day out. When they are there just trying to come up with. That's what normally I used to say, even like a better way to tell but if there are no action, is totally show me what you can do than tell me something you can do, because at the end of the day, talk is cheap. You can say what you can do. They've always been saying that for years. It's almost 20 plus years, close to 30 years, selling the citizen things that are not there. The educational structure, as I see it, it doesn't even how the economy is going. There are a lot of young people who are graduates by lowering. They don't fit in. They don't fit in within the system, because now the educational system is what they used to know how education should be. But it's not what it's meant to be. So whatever now, in terms of understanding the landscape of the economy, how the economy operates at this stage, the education system, it should apply the same way. But not for now, according to me, I feel like they're just destroying everything, because the more you don't know, the more you'll agree to anything.
That's true. And honestly, the system is working for them. I mean, if people are not as educated as they should be, or not accessing education, obviously they will have those, they will be able to manipulate, because what we need. The education is not advanced. It's still colonized. So you will go to school for that 3-4 years varsity. There's no job, because what you went to school for, I own in the market. You wasted money that you don't even have. Now you don't have a job. You owe NSFAS, so you are still indebted to the government. Mara, when there's nothing you wage. Would you say as South Africa, is there a chance of a coalition government, the political party di busha together? Do you think that kind of thing?
Now even if you feature more, the political party A1 A1. The coalition party the party and the ideologies are not the same. And in power. It's on a little mother's love. Computer the other one sabotages another one, because the other one the other one got better than the other one. So at the end of the day, it's not about what is good for the people, it's about who's better than the other one. So still there will still be the arrogance, and the other one will try to prove what I'm better than you. But none to the most to go at what cost? What at what cost? Because now the conditions they are unnecessary. We've been talking about load shedding so far, or in this load shedding, there's now some sort of like a remote or a robot. Some sort of reading over greening like I mean, some sort of you don't even know yourself. So I really think the pollution immediately if the people, even the political parties, things we know they're meant for us, not not just ideologies, but things disciplinary actions, day in day out, despite or whether the elections are nearby or they are very far away. Whole bunch in society that you know what you're actually doing something. You're not saying Mama I did great, but you're saying let me as little as I can get try as little as I can ensure a change within our country, change within our communities. But now, even the landscape in our the politics in a rural area, your IDP is very vital. But now, I'm telling you, there's a lot of people who don't even understand that system and how it works because or whatsoever, and then they're still going to tell you what they want to tell you. And you don't even know. You get me? So, Renale, I don't know got this nation, got this country, or which remedy should we use to ensure that everything is all right. But I think Renale, a lot of arrogance in our government, in our political parties, in every sphere. Yeah, run this country. It's already broken so that but in order. It's already broken in order. That's why even the same law, the same constitution that was created, it is meant for everybody else. We are all equal, but you're always to the same answer. There are always animals that are better than the other one. Like the scale is not the same. They're more equal than others. The law applies to other people. The other people, they are more way better. So now, Oral is still leaving those things, your Bill of Rights, however we created them, they're just words written there. I didn't impact. I didn't impact. Didn't want to fella there. Got the fees or the fees or the malaki. So now it's about time Babon share their human side because can now a leader per se, maybe not a leadership crisis in this country in a manner in terms of tabaya selection or understand are we heading left. I think Lebanon, they don't know where we are heading. They're just there for the sake or 5 years.
Yes, and then I move on, somebody else comes in. There's no accountability really. So it's pretty much a gig. It's like a job. You're like, I want to be at this job for this time and make this amount of money. Or in that job, it doesn't matter. So as a result, now we have actually lost hope, and I'm actually nervous enough for the election next year if people are actually going to vote. I don't think people will go to the polls because we've lost hope in the government. We've lost hope in everything as a country and as a people. Because they are never on your side because nobody accounts. Nothing is ever on your side. So it's just so just to wrap up before nako ya rena ya fela we are re shetse ka 3 minutes nyana. So just to wrap up mantswenyana mafelelo, what would you say, I mean, going into the elections next year or just generally, what can you say?
I really wish I had something to say, but for where I'm seated, that's why again. Show us what you are selling us, because as many people by law abide to their voting pool is because they're not sure what are they getting themselves into. Because at the end of the day, voting is important, is crucial, is You cannot just walk blindfolded in jails, understand what is what. Know what you are selling the people so that they understand what you are selling them.
Something
Because
practical.
at the end of the day, yeah, because at the end of the day, re bolela ka human livelihoods, re bolela ka maphelo a batho, re bolela ka di-families, re bolela ka baswa, re bolela ka a lot of things at the same time. Re loketse ka brackets A1. But if it means we have to vote because voting is important, but you don't know what you're voting for, they should actually come up with a structure that works. And even if they say that structure, they should ensure the action in place, later by implementation, even if it's not working, just come back to the people and say why things are not working. It's only more talk so. As I feel like braga ke bambile or something
because of these reasons. Yes,
you get me. Overlay the thoughts how we want, and you are not sure whether you are right or you are wrong, but you are right because so getting into some sort of at the same time they should come up with a structure and they should understand and able because at the end of the day, if something is not speaking to the livelihoods of people, I mean, at the end of the day, you cannot blame people for not doing things, or you are not precise. They don't know what they are getting themselves into. Not only youth, my lord, maybe those who are feeling threatened because back to apartheid.
Those are just threats, manipulation tactics.
The fear tactics. Yeah, fear tactics. I got to check.
Our time is running out. We have less than 30 seconds, unfortunately. But this has been great. I hope we'll get to do this again, and just prep more and just about the things that are going on that are actually affecting us. Maybe this is the therapy that we need. Thank you so much for
Yeah, thank you very much for being on the other side. I've never been interviewed before, but thank you.
The tables have turned. Thank you so much, Sharp.